Okay, so this is something I've never really done before, but I'm going to react to the Borderlands state of play. Um, I've I was busy at work when this came out, and then I had to come home and I had to raid. So, this is just me reacting to the state of play. I am a huge Borderlands fan, so I'm looking forward to Borderlands 4, obviously. So let's just get right into it, and we'll see what's coming with Borderlands 4.
What use is a vault hunter? What use is a killer? A brute. A rule-breaking, loot-taking, running and gunning natural
That'd be cool to fight that
disaster.
thing.
You are, in a word, mayhem. I take that personally.
Interesting. It looks like they're taking the melee job and cranking it up a notch to allow for projectiles. That's coming back. That looks like a fast-firing weapon. More TDR stuff. That's a pet. Blow shit up together. That's an interesting enemy. Those are like the sparrows from Destiny, the catch-a-ride things.
Be advised, a citywide curfew has been enacted. Violators will be shot on sight.
Break. What the hell? Free. Borderlands 4. Okay, so this should be the state of play. That was a cool trailer giving us more information.
Heyo, I'm Randy Pitchford, founder of Gearbox Entertainment. Today,
Hi, do some
we're
magic
giving you
tricks.
Our deepest look yet at Borderlands 4. All the excitement, loot, and gnarly carnage all running on PlayStation 5 Pro.
Yep, still awkward coming out of the cars.
Shooter genre nearly 16 years ago, we've continued to refine the formula, delivering better loot, greater freedom, and endless mayhem.
It was 2009 when it came out.
Push things even further.
This is hands down our best Borderlands ever. All new movement, abilities, bigger and badder enemies, and a brand new planet. All in service of making you feel like a total badass.
It's the perfect entry
Planet,
point for new
singular.
players with incredible new
So just
places
one
and a
planet.
Great story. And for our longtime Borderlands fans, we're throwing back to our more grounded tone while pushing gameplay ahead further than ever before. This is the culmination of years of hard work from my teammates across the Gearbox studios. So enough talk, let's get it. This is Borderlands 4.
All right. I like the skeleton up the
Borderlands
top.
is an unforgiving sci-fi universe where life is cheap and guns are plentiful. You play as a vault hunter, a badass mercenary with powerful abilities called action skills.
Today I'm playing as Vex, our new siren. She wields supernatural phase energy to devastating effect.
Phase energy.
She can use that energy to empower herself, or channel it to conjure deadly minions that fight alongside her.
Okay, so she's the
Because
flack of the
everything's
game.
better in co-op, I'm joining as Rafa, a former TDR soldier who wears an experimental
TDR.
He can deconstruct an arsenal of weapons, like the razor-sharp arc knives.
These are two of our
Took that
four
from
new
Wonderlands.
that you can play at launch.
Borderlands 4 takes place on Kairos, an all-new planet steeped in conflict. For thousands of years, the Timekeeper kept the planet hidden, controlling its inhabitants with bolts, cybernetic implants fused to their spines.
So it's still in the same universe.
Anyone who stepped out of line was brutally crushed by his army of synthetic soldiers known as the Order.
That is until 6 years ago when Elpis showed up. This rogue moon was teleported away from Pandora at the end of Borderlands 3 by the legendary Vault Hunter Lilith. When it reappeared across the galaxy, it crashed into the protective veil around Kairos. The results were devastating. a planet-wide cataclysmic event that disrupted the Timekeeper's perfect order.
Now people all across Kairos have started rising up. Some even ripping out their bolts. And chunks of their brain along with it.
Here it comes!
That's the situation our Vault Hunters have crash landed into. A planet ready to explode, and you're the spark.
Interesting.
As you explore, you'll meet a cast of incredible characters. Fan favorites return, like Zane and Moxie.
Gotta have Moxie.
You'll also meet new friends like Rush.
And as always, Claptrap is along for the ride.
You gotta have Claptrap. Hello, Jim Ferrunda.
Last but not least is Echo 4. This helpful drone follows you everywhere.
Echo
Checking
4.
auto tech, scanning the environment, and helping guide you to objectives.
So we got our own Cortana, Jack,
But enough of all that. Let's
whatever
get into
from
the
other
game.
things. Ghost. We got a ghost from Destiny following us now. Echo 4.
Thanks to our improved lobby system, it's easier than ever to join up with your friends on the fly. And with full crossplay at launch, you can play with your friends on any platform.
At launch, that's good.
Today, we're venturing into Terminus Range, a frigid, mountainous region.
This is just one of the 4 zones on Kairos that you can seamlessly explore.
4 zones.
There's
So it looks like
no
zones are
loading
going to be the
time,
big
just
thing.
Endless looting and shooting mayhem.
Which is why we need to be able to destruct our cars.
For our current mission, we need to break into a secret black site located deep in the mountains. One of the Timekeeper's generals, Vile Lichter, has been conducting grotesque experiments on locals. It's up to us to stop it.
Alright, let's get moving. Here I'm using Glide, one of our new movement abilities.
Glide.
Along with dash, double jump, climbing, and point grapple, these make getting around more fun and add a ton of utility to combat.
That's pretty cool.
As you traverse, you'll uncover a vast and beautiful world.
There's no longer a radar. It's back to the compass from Borderlands 1. There's no radar.
And to bring Kairos to life, we've introduced dynamic weather and events, so you constantly
There's a healing item in the bottom left. Whatever this is. That looks like a healing item, but it could be something else.
have new things to discover.
There's also plenty of local wildlife to contend with, like these Cratch, flying beasts who attack in flocks.
That Cratch, that was 100% a chubby. That was a chubby enemy. Or a tubby.
Here we've come across a silo, one of several new activities in Borderlands 4.
You'll naturally discover.
I said I wasn't going to pause it, but of course I pause it.
All across Kairos.
Meet with Amara.
There's no need to pick up a mission first. These are auto-granted and tracked on your HUD.
Silos house old, decommissioned order tech that you can hijack for the Crimson Resistance.
With the help of Echo 4, we'll hack into their network and release the communications balloon.
By Ghost, I mean Echo 4. It really looks like they've taken the game to a completely different level. Like, this is almost like Destiny levels of, like,
We can fast travel to the site.
feeling.
And as a bonus, it's revealed the approximate location of a vault key fragment. We can collect these fragments to unlock a hidden vault, a high-level dungeon with challenging combat and serious loot.
Dude, this is actually pretty dope. I just
Let's
hope
get after it.
there's a lot to do in the game that allows for, like, you know, the end game grind. Because that's really what Borderlands is about, is that end game grind for better loot, better loadouts.
Another nice thing about silos is you can zip line up and take off.
You're gliding, right? But you don't have the glide meter,
If that's
so
not fast enough for you, you can always pull out your personal vehicle, the Digirunner.
there was no menu to...
And get rolling.
You
can
must be able
customize
to-
the body, paint job, and even how it handles.
And because this is Borderlands, you best believe it has guns.
As you traverse, you'll encounter a host of dynamic events. From order patrols to world bosses, there's always something to shoot and loot.
Wait, you can... Oh, yeah, well, you can shoot in the weapon and the things like before.
Let's see the new movement abilities in action.
The FOV is much to be desired, but they're playing on the lowest FOV. It's going to look so much better when you crank up that FOV. So that is a shielded and an armored enemy.
Traversal abilities together makes combat more dynamic than ever. You can dash in and out of melee attacks, dodge projectiles, or quickly reposition to gain an advantage.
Bungie, take notes. Okay, I'm gonna pause again. One thing I really love is that the HP bar, regardless where you're aiming, stays put. It's not above the enemy, it's on your screen. So that's just really cool. There's some interesting grenades though. What were the Merv grenades from? Was that from
Now I know that there's a vault fragment around here somewhere.
Doll, I think?
But we've got a mission to get back to. Let's pull out Echo 4 to show us where to go.
We're meeting up with none other than the Tigra Partali herself, Amara. She's a former Vault Hunter and exotic pet sitter from Borderlands 3.
Former Vault Hunter. I mean, it has been 6 years in the game. Actually, no, it's been 6 years since Borderlands 3 anyway, so 2019.
Wine at me, homies. We'll play in a moment, huh? Oh, you agree to pet sit for a few weeks, and the next thing you know, you're having full conversations with animals.
You don't use security like that unless you've got something to hide. This must be the path to the black side.
Agreed. But if Lilith is on the other side, I don't mind some property.
Lilith is still alive.
Ooh, your specialty. Please, be my guest.
Supposedly, at least. She could be dead, for all we know.
Come, let's throw some light on this black site of his. This place is crawling with creeps. Clear them out.
Find Lilith, find creeps. Okay, so maybe she is alive.
Always been at the heart of Borderlands, and we've put a ton of work into making it better than ever. Our improved lobby was just the start. You can also set your own campaign difficulty independently of the rest of the party. This way, everyone can tune the experience to their liking.
And you don't have to worry about loot ninjas stealing your drops, as loot is always instanced for each player. Plus, if you ever get split up, you can easily fast travel to your friends.
And 2-player split screen returns so you can enjoy couch co-op. Regardless of how you play, we just want you to be able to hang with your buddies and have a great time.
Tim.
What the hell is that?
I also just realized the compass has places listed on there. So Wind Spear and the low key, I think it was? The low lays.
Everyone else heard the talking creep, right?
Tim feels like the product of Lictor's twisted mind. Another of his experiments. If he's doing this to creeps, I shudder to think what he's doing to Lilith. We need to get inside. That air vent. Let's check it out.
How shit would it be if we have to actually fight Lilith? Wonder if Colleen will come back and voice her again.
Hermes is really creeped out in here. Not me, obviously. Hermes.
Now that we're in the black site, let's take a moment to talk about loot. In Borderlands 4, each piece of gear comes from one of 8 manufacturers with their own characteristics and trademarks.
Ripbot, that's gotta be the new bandit thing.
There's Jacobs, with crit-friendly black powder weapons.
Jacobs.
Expertise
Another
of
one.
Maliwan,
Did they
Madoff, who solve lower
did they get rid of the charge up from Borderlands 3? Maliwan no longer needs to charge up?
the elemental expertise of Maliwan.
That looks like he stopped in between shots.
Vladoff, who solve lower accuracy with more bullets. The toss to reload Tedior
Torg!
with explosions. We also have 3 new ones. The Order with powerful charge and release blasts, fully auto rippers,
That's the bandit
A
one.
reliable, easy-to-use Daedalus, which can use multiple ammo types.
But that's just the start. We've introduced an all-new licensed parts system. This allows for behaviors and abilities from multiple manufacturers to spawn in a single weapon. For instance, this flat-off assault rifle features a Torg mag, Hyperion shield, and a Molly 1 elemental switch, meaning it shoots fast and explodes things. The higher the rarity, the more parts that can randomly spawn.
Higher the rarity, the more parts that can spawn. That just sounds like a nightmare. I would just rather have it, you know, standard across the board, just, you know, like Borderlands 2.
Getting wilder and wilder loot.
And that's before even getting into alt-fire modes, underbarrels, and elemental damage.
The possibilities are truly endless.
Sorry, it's also late for me right now, so I'm probably
Since
yawning. I
playing with
look
your
like I'm
favorite
yawning.
Manufacturer, we've added enhancements. This new type of gear replaces artifacts and provides bonuses to specific manufacturers. Take my current enhancement. It adds a kill bonus to all guns with Daedalus parts, along with more reload speed
Kill bonus,
and
so
critical
kill
damage.
clip.
This lets you min-max your build around your favorite manufacturer, immediately turning just okay guns into amazing weapons.
Finally, we've heard your feedback, and we've overhauled our drop rates and loot across the game. We've worked hard to make sure all our gear feels better than ever, while also making rarity matter again. This makes for our most satisfying loot chase ever. And at the top of everything are legendaries. These have always had unique effects that you won't find on any other piece of gear. But in Borderlands 3, they drop too often. This not only devalued legendaries, it made everything feel less valuable. In our new system, not only do all guns feel great, but now legendaries will truly be special events. We've added the magic back to our loot chase, and we know you'll love grinding all that great gear on Kairos.
But let's get back to combat so I can show you my favorite thing, Ordnance. This is the new gear slot for grenades and heavy weapons like rocket launchers.
Ordnance, huh?
Instead of taking up a gun slot and ammo, Ordnance now has cooldown timers. No more saving the big guns for boss fights. Now you can blow stuff up as often as you want.
I like it.
Before we go further, let's talk a little bit about action skills.
Yeah, let's.
Every Vault Hunter has a set of 3 unique action skills. These are class-defining abilities with devastating effects. Up until now, I'd been using Incarnate to deliver powerful phase blasts. But let's switch it up to Phase Familiar and pull out Trouble. As you can see, each action skill has its own branching skill tree, giving you more build freedom than ever before. On top of passive skills, you can further customize action skills with augments and capstones. These are socketed enhancements that add new behaviors and functions to your action skill.
So, same as they've always been.
Builds completely change how combat plays out, resulting in near endless freedom to experiment. You can swap unlock augments or capstones on the fly, or completely respec your skill trees at hubs around Kairos.
This gives us a chance to talk about traits. Each Vault Hunter has a unique passive ability called a trait. For Vex, her action skills attune to the element of her equipped weapon. So by swapping guns, I can change Trouble's damage from kinetic to shock, fire, or any other elemental type.
And also, you can
Kinetic.
pet the cat.
Dead end. Or is it? Let's see where this vent takes us. Gods. Are those test tubes?
Uh-oh. I'm assuming those things that are showing up is things you can grapple. Yeah, there gotta be things you can grapple, so that way you can, like, throw them at the enemy. Kind of like Halo. Because it looks like those are containers.
I'm down. But thankfully, our fight for your life mechanic makes a return. Of course, I could have avoided it in the first place if I had
Okay, they
used
just
my
use
gun kit.
that thing.
This new piece of gear provides health and other buffs.
Health.
Temporarily boosting my elemental damage, rate of fire, or movement speed.
So you're doping.
I'm almost afraid to ask what's in the tube.
And it looks like it has a cooldown.
Are those crystals?
Doesn't take long to cool down.
By the way, if you're looking to experience the story again or just grind for loot, we've added full mission and boss replay. That's right, no more save loading to run bosses.
Oh,
Now you
thank
can
God.
return to the arena and use Moxie's big encore machine to spawn another run.
But we'll talk more about endgame later. For now, let's jump ahead and show you something truly badass.
A boss fight?
In Borderlands 4, our bosses are bigger and better than ever, putting all your new skills, gear, and abilities to the ultimate test.
The fudge?
Whoa, 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 spoilers! That's enough of that for now.
Well, that looks
We look
cool for a
forward to
boss
showing you
fight.
much more this June at our first hands-on gameplay event.
Too bad it's not at PAX, where I'm gonna be in a week.
And from everyone at Gearbox, thank you for joining us.
Break Free. That's the title of Borderlands 4. That's the thing they're running on. I like that. Alright, well, that's the state of play. I'm digging it. You know? I have hopes for Borderlands 4. Looks so much better than Borderlands 3. It looks like they are returning to form and, you know, giving us a looter shooter that we want. So yeah, I look forward to it. So there you go. Not editing this video, just gonna post it right away. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. They did move up the what's called the release dates now a week earlier, a week and some days earlier. I can't remember the exact date, but yeah, it's to not compete with Marathon, which I'm not even gonna touch. So another reason just to play Borderlands 4. But I'm looking forward to it. So thank you all for watching that. I'll be, you know, looking forward to Borderlands 4. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Till next time, hope you all have a good one. Later.